Hey, everybody. Outhouse thoughts. Yes, this show does still exist. I still exist. I think. I mean, we're all in a simulation anyway, right? So I guess it doesn't really matter. It has been a long time since I have done one of these. My, well, okay. So first off, let me apologize. My dog is down here with me, and she is currently destroying one of my kids' toys. Though we told them if they don't clean up after themselves, this is going to happen. So I'm letting it happen. But back to the story. Um, Yeah, I told myself from the beginning that this was definitely something I never wanted to half-ass. Anytime I hear the phrase half-ass, I think of Parks and Rec, where Ron Swanson said, "Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing." Of course, that does not apply at all whatsoever to the current situation, but most of the things I think of don't apply to any current situation. So, but I have been not in the greatest headspace for the past 35 years. I don't know, man. But especially the past few weeks. The past few weeks have been emotionally and physically exhausting. It started out great with the expo, and it's been nonstop obnoxious ever since. I'm sure at some point I'll go back through all of what I've been through in those, and but right now I'm a little stuck. Otherwise, the reason I finally got down here to do this was because I well, first of all, I mean, point out why, Mike Tagliere died the other day from COVID. And if you don't know who he is, he's been in the fantasy football community industry really for a while, and just one of the nicest dudes you can find, insanely genuine, always willing to help. And honestly, I think I may have talked to him once ever, but that I mean, I still like got hit by a truck when I found out that he died, even though I mean, he's been in the hospital for about 6 weeks. He's been on a ventilator for a few as well, but it's just I don't know, it just, like, hit me, and I am bad when it comes how to react to death more than anything else. But, like, major things, like, I don't necessarily know what to do with those feelings. Um, let's go back a bit to when I got back from work after the whole cancer and almost dying a whole lot thing. I continued to eat like an asshole, I guess is really what it comes down to. I eat a lot of food. I eat a lot of not great food. I have since gotten much better. Just had a frickin' salad for lunch. But I had this judgy as fuck supervisor who just went, you would think after what you've been through, you would eat a little healthier and take better care of yourself. First of all, go fuck yourself. Holy, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think I mean, holy shit. You suck as a human being in the first place, but now you're coming at me with this? Like, seriously, what the hell? But, my response to her, mostly because I just wanted to contradict whatever the fuck she said, because fuck her. And I'm like, or I came so close to death. I now appreciate life so much that I'm not going to restrict myself, and I'm going to go live my life and have fun and eat the food I want to eat and do the stuff I want to do, which of course is completely not true because I'm still a ball of anxiety and I never do anything. But it after the fact, because it's not like I was gonna, stop and contemplate in the middle of screaming at this woman in the middle of an office. Um, those, I mean, those like are the two reactions, right? Stop and appreciate, slow down, take care, or hedonism, right? Like, you know, go do what you got to do because life is short. And I don't know, like, honestly, in the long run, I think life just went back to normal without ever getting not normal. Well, as soon as I was healthy, things went back to normal. When I was not healthy, things couldn't be normal because there was so much I couldn't eat and all of that stuff. But it's just I don't know, like and now it's the same exact thing where part of me is like I should stop everything and anything and treasure the time with my family, and which I absolutely do already, though my kids are a very large pain in the ass at times. I insanely love my kids. That doesn't mean they're not assholes. 6 and 8. They think they're smarter than I am. They don't trust a word I say. They don't do a thing ask them to. So yeah, no, I love my kids beyond anything else besides my wife, and their dicks. And but on the other side, it's like it's not a but it's just like sadness. Like I spent the day after, the entire day that I found out that Mike died, and literally just sat on the couch and played games on my phone. I worked for like the half hour of work I had to do during the day, and when my kids were around, I did what I needed to do with my family and stuff. But any downtime, it was really just sitting and staring. And I don't even know if I was thinking about it. I don't know. I probably wasn't thinking at all. That's why I was just sitting and playing games on my phone. It's really funny. Every once in a while, when we were younger, I would be driving, and my now wife, then girlfriend, friend, because I've known her forever, would be staring at me while I'm driving. She's like, you look so deep in thought. And I would just reply, you say this a lot. And usually I just say, you ask what I'm thinking about, and I say nothing. Or you look deep in thought. I'm like, no, not really. You want the truth? Do you want the real truth? This is the real truth. Okay. So I was just staring out at the road, paying attention to where I'm driving clearly, but also just like in this deep, pensive face. And she's like, why? What are you thinking right now? Dora, 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 the Explorer. Boots and super cool Explorer Dora. Need your help. And this is before we had kids. But that's just the shit that goes through my head. Like literally, like I stare off and sing kids' songs in my head. Might not be surprising at this point, with the fact that I'm known for a lot about Disney shit, and me, being proud to the fact that I went and saw Frozen by myself before, not necessarily before kids, but my son was just born when that came out. My dog has like half of a pop-up tent in her mouth, and she is a small bulldog. I don't know how she did this, but it's pretty impressive. Not even angry, just impressed. So I don't know how to handle anything ever, except my goal is absolutely the wrong word. My usual mode is to pretend like it never happened, go on with life, and move on. I can't even say move on, because it's not moving on. It's literally just put it in a box and just like shove it down, and hope it never pops back up. And then of course it does, and I become a crying mess for 3 days, and I should go to therapy. Holy shit, I should go back. This is ridiculous. Um, yeah, but I just needed to say stuff out loud. Like I wasn't sure which direction I was going to go with any of this when I came down here and record. I knew it's been too long, and honestly, I don't really have that much time. I have to get back to work, but I needed to say things out loud, and I think I just needed to get my ass in front of the computer, in front of the camera, and do this just for the sake of starting it again, maybe, and just for the sake of remembering, muscle memory wise, how this goes, how it feels, what the product is. But yeah, so I hope to get back to doing this more often. I hope to be in a better headspace to be able to do this more often. Um, Upped my antidepressants and started on a new ADD medication, so hopefully those help me with that. Um, but yeah, I guess I'll talk to you soon.